Yo, check it out. This is Planet Asia Medallions representing Gold Chain Music, Gold Chain Military on Street Knowledge, live and direct.
We came to boost your high. Some days for nothing, you can catch me rocking suits and ties. Fresh off a global tour, more mature. Rip the track until it's triple flat. Then it's back to the hood to make sure I'm secure. We keep living it, y'all.
I started rapping in 1985 when I was like 9 years old. As years went on, you know, I kept writing raps. By the time I got to like the 6th grade, I started writing raps. By the time I got to like the 8th grade, I started writing songs. Right before I went, that summer before I went to the 9th grade is when I learned how to perform. And I was in a group called Nubian X at the time. And Rasco used to be in a group called Various Blends, you know what I'm saying? But he was like the background dancer at first. He wasn't even really rhyming yet. And they had a song called Where's My Turban? And Rasco, I guess Rasco had put a verse on there, and that verse blew everybody out the water, and we was like, okay, it's your turn. So
focus, hard yard, intellect, slang, worldwide recognition with the picture and frame. Vocalist, quantum perfect, moving motions melodic, over oceans, overdosing off the cultures of product.
Cypress Hill, my first real, like actually getting on a real stage. Actually, you know, it's funny. I tell Muggs and them all the time that I did that. They remember performing in Fresno. They just don't remember when I was that young. I was real young though at the time. It was this like I'm like Bow Wow at that time. You know what I mean? Little bitty dreads and shit. And we opened up, so they didn't get to see us. But I did meet Premier when I was like 15 or 16. When we did the show with Gang Starr and Big Daddy Kane and them, Premier actually came and got us. Like my boy Shake was like, yo, Premier wanna meet y'all. He wanna meet, and I met Premier, and Premier was like, yo, I never heard no niggas from the West Coast rapping like that, because at that time, man, it was really only like Hieroglyphics and Pharcyde, you know what I'm saying? And actually, I don't think Souls was out yet all the way. So it was like really just Dale, but me and my crew was already rhyming of that caliber, so Premier was like, yo, I ain't never heard no shit. He went and got Groove, and was like, yo, these dudes, the truth.
Watch my 9mm go. Watch my 9mm go.
Yeah, I'm a soul assassin. I connected with Muggs through Chase Infinite. Yeah, Chase Infinite is responsible for me linking up with Muggs. But it was, you know, I've been living in LA almost 11 years now. So it's like, just being on the scene. I remember when we had a song back in the day, me, Crondon, and Chase. It was called Three Kings. And we did a show one time, and it was with Cypress Hill. And that's how I kind of like first met Muggs. And I was like, yo, we need to work together. Me and Muggs was supposed to work together almost 10 years ago. We was like, yo, every time we see each other, like, yo, we gonna work. We gonna get busy. We gonna get busy. And then finally, we just said, fuck it. We gonna stop talking about it, man. And we just got together, you know what I mean? Muggs is a fun dude to work with because he's fucking crazy in his fucking head, and he doesn't age for some reason. Muggs looks the same fucking age. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna drink some Muggs juice, man.
I ain't playing. Hey, yo, somebody better pay him. I might just run at the spot, scar spraying with the thing waving. It's kinda insane, ain't it? But nah, this is pain language.
I'm an open-minded person, and I look at hip-hop like jazz. I don't like to do the same thing and keep beating the same drum over and over. I like to get different frequencies and different sounds from different people. I like to look at myself. When I'm old and 50 years old, you know, 60 years old, I want to be able to look at a body of work, not like every album was the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I didn't really change the frequency. Because if you go back and listen to like all the Marvin Gaye records and shit like that, his albums wasn't the same. Even though we loved Brother, that was nothing like Sexual Healing or the shit that before when he was doing like the doo-wop sound and the, you know what I'm saying? Like his sounds changed, you know what I mean? James Brown too. James Brown's a perfect example. Like none of his albums sound the same. One of his, you know, when he was doing the Black I'm Proud thing, that was because of the climate. You know, there was, you know, the whole civil rights movement and all that was going on. By the time he's doing songs like Living in America, hip hop was popping. So it was like he was kind of like rapping with the Living in America. So it's like you kind of gotta like, Yeah, switch it up, you know what I mean? And it's fun to do that, just to, you know, it's a way to challenge yourself.
To tell the truth, it's a funny thing. I went from being broke, but now I'm having things. From this side to that side, from CA to down south, all the way to the NY.
Fresno is in the center of California, you know what I'm saying? It's the mecca of California. It's in between the Bay Area and LA. And we have our own history of hip hop. I think the lock-in was the LA part, but the poppin', Poppin' Pete and Boogaloo Sam, that comes from Fresno. Poppin' Pete is from Fresno. He's from my neighborhood. Yeah. So it's like we got a strong, thick hip hop background that people don't even really know about. Like it was dudes with records and shit. When I was coming up as a kid, that had their own independent records. Like it was the independent hip hop scene has been around since hip hop started. I just didn't realize that in the '80s because it seemed like everybody had a record deal. But like you had dudes in my hood, you know what I'm saying? Real hood dudes too that had records out back in the day, and I looked up to them because back then it was like if you rapped, you was just automatically dope. You know what I'm saying? They had a cat named Kool Rock J and DJ Slice. He had a record called Slice It Up. I don't know if you remember that. It's old school. It's like old bass music with cuts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Him and Too Short was like I think some of the first rap cats to get signed to Jive Records out of California. You know what I'm saying? And but as a kid, I used to even see him with the dookie ropes and shit. I used to be like, yo, I gotta be like that, you know what I mean?
Cali's a Tropicana, known for popping hammers. My gang's affiliated with gold and platinum banners. The human manifestation of heroin smack. What's up with that? Pharmacist Mike murdered a couple cats.
That was always the missing and the misconception about the West Coast is that we didn't have like, you know, regular MCs that wasn't like just gangster rappers. Because a lot of times, man, like the gangster image that was portrayed from the West Coast, keeping it 100, no disrespect to NWA because y'all are fucking legendary, you know what I'm saying? But those dudes wasn't killing people in real life. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube is a smart person. You can tell because look at the movies he produced. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre is, we all know he wasn't shooting nobody as a, you know what I'm saying? Eazy-E was a drug dealer. He wasn't a gangster, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, none of these dudes was like real gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, gangbangers don't know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. It was more of an image thing. Hip hop has taken over so big now, it ain't really no difference now between the Bay and LA because everybody's like advanced musically now. That's where hip hop is now. It's not like, oh, the gangsters are over here and the backpackers are over here. The gangsters and the backpackers are intertwined now. You know what I'm saying? Shit, in LA, the skateboarders are gangbanging. Dudes with tight jeans on and mohawks will shoot your ass on their skateboard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just a new culture now. It ain't so segregated and separated like how it was back in the day.
I smoke the dirt weed, punch the concrete, make the earth bleed. This is like civilization class for all the turf seeds. They say the town is late, nigga, I pound your face. We serving everything from FC to outer space.
Street knowledge, live and direct in the motherfucking building.